Hello YouTube, hello wonderful watchers and people who like to use the cards as a way of soothing their soul and helping them to have guidance perhaps, or having a way of affirming what it is they already know. That's another way of looking at using these cards, isn't it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this stone. I've chosen half a dozen stones this week and I'm just working my way through them. I'm working my way through these angel cards. I could do one reading for every card. This little, look at it, it's like orange with a tangled web of black, and it's got an amazing pattern on it. It's like a fern but it's stone. It's lovely, I love that stone, and it's a triangular shape. It is a triangular shape, but it's got two curved edges and one straight edge. It's like a bicycle saddle. Okay, so we've got a bicycle. We've got a bicycle saddle in mind. Oh, and I'm going to choose. So thank you, Guardian Angels, for allowing us this information that we're going to be bringing through today for a person who is wondering what their next step is going to be. Are they just pedaling their wheels like on a bicycle, like when nothing is going to change? Oh my goodness, you couldn't make this up, could you? Balance. Look, can you see that? It says balance. You know, apart from an angel being on a bicycle, it's an angel balancing on something narrow and skinny. I'm sorry, I can't figure out how to turn this so that you can see. Can you see that? Is that better? Okay, this little angel has got golden wings. Golden yellow, yellowy colour. A bit like the gold yellow of this stone. Okay, it's somebody who is performing a balancing act like you need to do when you're on a bicycle. How's it going, dear balancer? Dear person of the balance? Are you still managing to stay upright? Or are you having a little wobble? Is that why you're here? Balance is a really interesting concept, isn't it? Because the balance of life, work-life balance, is what's come up is playfulness. And for me, that's suggesting that there's a work-life balance to be had here, which possibly is out of balance, as we all do, don't we? Everyone does it. We get to a point in our lives where suddenly we recognise how out of balance our life is. You know, is it all work and no play? Is that what's going on here? Is it all working for other people and not working enough for yourself? Is it all work and not enjoying anything because there's no time to be enjoying the things in life that you're working for? So you're going to work, working your socks off, and then where is the balance? Well, the balance is going to come about when you decide that you've had enough of this working too many hours and not getting enough back for you to enjoy your life. Because you're put on the planet, you're not put on the planet to work 9 to 5, pay your bills. You're put on the planet to experience life as much as you can from a point of view of enjoying it. Okay, so you feel the joy from within your own heart, and that allows you to express yourself. It allows people around you to enjoy being with you. It allows you to help other people. It allows you to have more rewarding memories when you look back and think, what did I do there with my life? What was I doing there? Oh, was I not playing at all? Was I not even enjoying anything? Was I not finding something to laugh at least once a day? Card meaning: fun and play is the angel's way. They guide you to add fun to your life and to know that fun is a necessity, not a luxury. Of course it is, because when you're enjoying yourself, your heart rate lowers, your blood pressure goes down, you're healthier, you feel more relaxed, you have fewer headaches. Your health is better when you're enjoying yourself and finding things to laugh at, right? When you're just being playful and having fun and you're going with the flow and you feel like angels are playing with your spirit and you're enjoying yourself, you're noticing the coincidences, you're looking for synchronicities, you're meeting up with people that you laugh with, That's playful. The angels know that you have a lot of responsibilities and that you need a steady flow of time, money and other resources. By drawing this card, the angels want you to know that regular doses of fun can help you accomplish your goals. It's not going to hold you back by taking regular amounts of time off to be able to recenter yourself and get back in touch with your playful side. You may protest that you don't have enough time, money or energy to play. Yet your angels assure you that your playfulness is a wonderful investment that yields immediate returns, because once you start feeling better, your whole life starts appearing better. It looks better to other people, you feel better about it, you start getting positive affirmations, you feel better every day as you're going about your daily work, all because you have allowed a little bit of time for yourself. And that's all it is. A small amount of time every day, or a larger amount of time once a week, a whole day off regularly just for yourself, to do it just for you. It's almost an impossible task for a person who is on the grind, who is on that get up in the morning, go to work, do the commute, go to work, just grind all day, barely time to eat lunch, grind all afternoon, evening commute, back to home, start with the tasks, everything's a chore, haven't got time to really wind down or think about anything enjoyable, go to bed, sleep, start again. That's, where is the quality of life in that? Whereas a person who has achieved more of a balanced life enjoys waking up when they feel ready. They wake up feeling refreshed because they're not so tired from the day before. They spend their commute into work, which preferably is only a very short commute, and they've mastered the art of not having a long commute, using that commute to meditate or listen to a podcast or enjoy music that's going to put them in a frame of mind where they're enjoying what they're about to do, and they're not thinking, oh God, I've got another day at work. They're thinking, oh excellent, next 6 hours I'm going to be really productive, or the next 7 hours or 8 hours or 9 hours, however many it is, preferably no more than 8, so that you can have 8 hours of resting, 8 hours of working, wait for it, 8 hours of playing or studying, or you can split that other 8 hours into play and study. Look at your clock, look at your 24-hour clock. What are you doing with your time? Ask yourself, am I in balance with what I do? And if you're wildly out of balance, know that you don't have to make huge changes to bring yourself back into balance. You just make small changes, and over time those small changes will add up, and eventually that will become a more natural part of your daily flow, to have time to rest and think and time for yourself. Okay? The relaxation, when you relax, when you have fun and laugh, gives you a greater inflow of ideas and spiritual connections, divine guidance and energy. With the new inspirations and energy, you can better manifest your desires. Your relaxed and radiant personality attracts wonderful and helpful people to you, and your positive outlook creates new opportunities for you. And when you look at life in this way, you can't afford not to have fun. Okay, so put fun up there with as important as not being in debt that you can't afford. Okay, try that. Fun is like a bank balance for your spirit. How about that? Yeah. How much for a spiritual bank balance do you want to have? It's just as important as your actual bank balance. And this is what people often make the mistake of thinking, that their bank balance is more important than their health and their state of mind and their well-being, and it really isn't. Just really isn't. Here we go, let's have a little look what the oracle cards feel about this idea of playing and having a good time. Which card shall we have? This one? Okay. Conquest. Oh. Okay. So now, Conquest is quite a powerful card to come up for the question of play. It is. I'm going to read you what this means. It's often a time of friction and two forces that are pulling against each other, and this could be the problem you have when you're thinking about being playful. You think, yeah, that's great, that's lovely, I'd love to be able to do that, but how can I when I've got all this division and pain and hurt and opposition and conflict? How can I possibly you know, it's laughable that you would even think that I can do this. Okay, but there are the opposing energies. So the black stallion represents fire, for hurt, pain, being forced to change, turmoil, division and challenges. And the white stallion represents water, gentleness, calm, peace, problem solving, overcoming, love and bringing together. Now these are the two sorts of thoughts that go on in your mind. So you'd love to be able to have the opportunity to be playful and time, but the other part of your mind that deals with the material world knows that you just haven't got that and you can't do it. And then these ugly ideas rear up and fight the possibility of a new peaceful environment in your life, fights them down. And they're two opposing forces within you that you're struggling with. These energies do not mix in any form, shape or manner, and can only tolerate each other if they're held apart by an invisible shield, wall or barrier, like a time to think about them. So when you're at work, you're being like this and you're thinking about all the ag and all the conflict and all the demands and everything you've got to do, and then you take time out for yourself and it all seems like a dream, like an absolute miracle dream, and it would just be a pure fantasy for you to be able to have some time to play. But this is not strictly true. Okay, so you may have divided your thoughts and your time and the way that you are into work and home and play has taken an absolute back seat because you haven't got time for it. And this card is just asking you to just reevaluate, you know, have a little look and see what changes you could make that could ease this friction and division within yourself. Collision of these forces would be like an enormous explosion, similar to two worlds colliding, resulting in huge changes for both and a completely new way of life. Now, it's quite possible that you do want a completely new way of life, and you're so fed up with all this hard work that you've been doing that you're in a place and in a position where you can just give it all up. But if you're not in that place, and not many people do have that life experience where they just change everything. I mean, some people do, but they make the news. That's how rare it is. That story will be on the news if a person gives up their job as an accountant and goes and lives in Hawaii or whatever they decide to do. Although one of my friends did work in the post office and she went off to live in Fiji. It does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and it was nothing to do with a tarot reading I gave her. But the point is, majority of people aren't in that position. They're not. And this is what your card is. It's the Five of Cups. That's what's come up for this set of circumstances. Now, I would say that everyone can change what they do. And if they can't change what they do, they can change how they feel and think about what they do, which will change how they do it. It will. Oh, look at this. Is the glass half full or half empty? Okay, so we're back to this idea that there's negative and positive forces at play here. There's thinking negatively and a positive healing option, but then thinking negatively is winning. Okay. Disappointing setbacks have got you in a rut. This downfall is regressing you back to painful memories where expectations fell short. Bitter and broken, you're filled with resentment over what has happened to you, taking the loss personally. It's okay to give yourself a moment to feel bad, but it's your decision how long you wallow in it. Forgive the people who've hurt you in the past, including yourself. See, this is the thing with forgiveness. It's tough, isn't it? You don't have to forgive what they've done, but you have to forgive the person, not for them, but for you, so that you can move on. Forgive the people who've hurt you in the past, including yourself, for believing that they have the power to hurt you. Instead of thinking how much this sucks, reflect back on the lessons you learned. It may take some time for the sting to go away, so let yourself heal through this process. You'll come out of it a much wiser human being than when you started. Okay, so you may feel that you're in a position where you can't possibly enjoy life or anything because there's just nothing to enjoy at the moment. But this card is asking you to remember that there's more than one way of looking. More than one way of looking at every situation, and you can choose to look at it with the negative point of view, or you can choose the positive point of view. You can practice positive thinking every day, and eventually you'll bring yourself back into balance. And that is what this card is asking you to do, is to look at where your life is out of balance and to start to work towards bringing it back into balance where you belong on your little tightrope. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Take care. Like and subscribe if you can. Thanks. Bye.